you might be familiar with the Christian Bookstore here. And why I'm doing a video here is because I'm going to show you some of the books that they are selling and some of the movies. Now, just because something's marketed as a Christian book or a Christian movie doesn't mean it's going to be good. And what you see from this website, again, I get in their mail because I ordered some stuff in the past and um, actually something even recent, I get their catalog. But I notice in their catalog here that the books seem to be getting more, what you could say, I'm just going to say bad, okay? And I can show you some of the books here. I'm not too, here's their week specials, right? And like I said, the movies, we could click on the movie and see if there's, well, it's a pre-order. But if you see how some of these, I'm not picking any author maybe in particular here, but you're just going to see some of this as I go through it. And let me go to the books here and show you what I mean. So let me go to books. And the real problem with this is that I think it could be that, let's see, that they are maybe possibly selling some of these books that aren't Christian for sales. And again, some of these maybe aren't even Christians, but maybe they say that to be marketed in a genre that they know has a lot of sales growth. And through this too, um, another problem is, and look at this. Whoa, I didn't even see. I haven't been on this for a while, and I said this website is getting more and more because I got their catalogs years ago, and there was some stuff that there was a lot of stuff back then that I'd stay away from. But I got one of the recent magazines, and it was just like, okay, this. Let me put the audio a little bit down. It was this and that, and look at they have a own Catholic section. Now, if you don't know, I'm saying this in meekness that the Catholic religion is a false religion because they have things that go against the Bible, and that might be a separate video. But here you see a Catholic section, so it's promoting, again, the Catholic religion. It has a lot of heresy in its teachings. And one thing, well, it could be a separate video, but not only this, but I'm going to show you some other books here. And here's some of the categories here. Philosophy. Now, if you know here, if you type in uh, here, let's see if I do vein. Okay, if you know about this program, again, you can do a different thing, but you can type in, if you know the Bible a little bit and you don't know the verse, you can type in some of the words and see if you can get it. But in Colossians chapter 2, verse 8, it says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. So again, it gives a warning about philosophy. And what do you see today? You see a lot of people, instead of religion, promoting philosophy. Here you have supposed to be a Christian website promoting philosophy, psychology, okay? And what's happening is that you're going to see Christianity and these websites promoting, whether it be a major book website. This might be the #1 Christian book website. I'm not sure, but I think it might be. So you have those major book websites, and then you have some churches promoting stuff that's not Christianity. Okay? And what you have is someone's philosophy in a lot of these books. So if you go to philosophy section, when we first covered this, and why is this so important? Because again, it's taking something, and again, we're talking about a Christian website that's supposed to be biblical, but what are we seeing? Stuff that isn't biblical, okay? But they're giving it a Christian name. And then you might have some of these people that are reading some of these books, and I'm not picking anything in particular here, but you might get some of these people that are, and one thing I want to say, okay, I'm not against this whole website. you know, is some good material, but when most of it is going to be, I'm going to say, a waste of time. And I say that because um, look at that, Socrates and the other saints. You got to be kidding me. I mean, maybe. I mean, I want to say, okay, I don't want to judge because, you know, I don't know how he ended up his life, or you know, I'm not like a history teacher and I don't know that kind of stuff. But you know, when you go to college, if you didn't, they teach you about philosophy, and here they're calling Socrates. I'm probably not saying the name right, so I, you know, but I'm sorry. But anyway, they're saying like he's a Christian or something, and I don't remember that. Okay, and that's what I'm talking about. And you know, this and again, I didn't know about this. I didn't know about this other thing, like that they're promoting the Catholic religion, which is a false religion, and now they're promoting vain philosophy. It's not biblical, some of this stuff. And where's the Christian books? I'm not saying there's nothing Christian here, but look at what they're promoting. Aristotle's way. This is really dangerous because again, this is like the one of the main websites for Christian books, and if they're mixing in all this stuff, it's you know, and they probably have some. If you don't know what the New Age is, they probably have even maybe that in here. I don't know. I haven't really looked through it all, but maybe some of those things. And once that starts getting merged in with Christianity, it's not going to be Christian anymore. But then the problem is people are going to think, okay, if they don't know any better, even the people that let's say aren't Christian, if this you know, philosophy 2000 books almost, or audiobooks and ebooks. This is out of control. So you have maybe, let's say, someone that just likes reading and maybe they don't identify as a Christian, and then they see this website and think, oh, this is Christianity, and then they might think they're a Christian. Well, this isn't, okay? This is the love of money you're seeing right here. This is a website that is just not only maybe love of money, but there could be I don't know if this, you know, whoever controls this website, if they're doing it on purpose. Maybe some of these authors, again, are just saying that they're, you know, I think some of these people have to know what they're doing, that maybe they don't really think they're Christians, but then are selling it just to maybe make sales and stuff. Or maybe some people are deceived and think, you know, some of these books are Christians, that they're, you know, Christian books, and they really aren't. And I mean, I can go through here, and to me, it looks like most of these books that are on this Christian website aren't Christian, okay? And you got to warn about this kind of stuff because if you don't, again, then you're going to think people are going to think this is Christianity and it's not, okay? These books. So watch out, you know. Um, now it's talking about, I mean, look at this stuff. I think I saw somewhere some other thing, you know. Let's see where that was. Well, I'm not going to get into that, but I mean, this I mean, this could be like paganism, you know, here. So not only are they promoting, you know, false religions like Catholicism, not only are they promoting philosophy that the Bible warns about, but it looks like they're promoting paganism too. Okay? I mean, there might be even witchcraft being promoted on this website. I don't know. I mean, I could, I'm not going to search, but then if you look at the DVD books or movies, so I want to cover that real quick. If you look at let's see. If I go to somewhere here, the DVD section, you're gonna see here. Well, I don't even know if I want to show the movies, okay? Because you might see some bad imagery. I bought some of these movies and they were violent, some of them. And not only that, but you know, let's say everyone's favorite movie. Well, maybe I could save a video for that. But when I say everyone's, it's a popular. It's not everyone's favorite movie. But I just, you know, I just want to warn you about the movies too. And again, the imagery. Before I click on it, I really don't want to click on it just in case. But just take my warning. I watched some of them. I bought some of them. They're not Christian movies. They're not. They have violence in a lot of them and other stuff. And usually it's just maybe they talk about God through the movie just a little bit. And there's not usually a lesson really learned. And I mean, there might be parts that I like, you know, certain parts, but then there's a lot of parts in these movies that aren't that good. And a lot of these movies are promoting even things of the world as far as maybe things that they shouldn't be. And again, I could maybe go into better detail in this, but trust me, the main thing is in these Christian so-called movies, they have stuff that's in the mainstream movies. So it's like the mainstream movies, but a little bit less violence and a little bit less stuff like that, a little bit less maybe language and stuff, but some of those themes are still there, and some of the other things like anger and all that still there. And there's not many family movies, and um, if there are, it's sometimes even a dysfunctional. The ones I've seen, as far as stuff like that, and I could go on. Even like the relationship movies that they have for the romance ones, it's usually um, something wrong there too in the movie, and sometimes a lot of arguing and fighting. And I realize that does happen, but at the same time, it's not really helping that in these movies to show that and portray that as normal. It's not going to be edifying. I mean, you don't see these Christian movies on this page really. You don't see too much. Okay, let's open up the Bible. Let's read read God's word. Or you might not even see much church in these movies as far as that in these movies. Stuff like that, or more like that. It's more entertainment in these. And I'm sorry if you don't like that. You might think, okay, I don't watch mainstream movies, but I watch some of these movies, and someone might say, like, oh, I'm doing better than watching. Well, at the same time, like I said, some of those movies that are on here have the same themes, and I'm just gonna have to warn against it. And if you think, well, I gotta watch movies, you don't really have to. You know, like a lot of these movies on this website are gonna be bad, just like a lot of these books are gonna be bad. A lot of these books will have false doctrine. That's gonna be false teaching. And I don't really want to make this video longer than it has to be because I know for me it's harder to watch a longer video these days, but I'm just going to get the warning out. And if someone needs another video, I don't know if I'm going to do another video on this or these movies or these books, but I thought, should I even yeah, I think a warning needs to be put out because obviously a lot of people are buying into this, and it's just more like uh, stuff like this, and it's leaving out stuff too. And it's not only what they're promoting, sometimes it's what are they leaving out. And what I mean by that, are they leaving out certain stuff or stuff like that? And it just could be better too. I mean, so I'm not against every book on this website or whatever like that, but it does overall, then you got to think, okay, I thought about it, and if it has all these books that have a bunch of false teaching and even the movies, do you want to promote a website like that? If you do find some stuff that you can buy, whether it be some Bibles or something, do you want to promote this website, or do you want to, even I don't know if they have any affiliations, but do you want to promote, them too? So, because let's be honest, if other maybe nonprofit organizations are being affiliated with this website, it's pretty clear that this website has a lot of false doctrine, a lot of bad books out there. And, even the people that they're affiliation with, I don't know if I want to support them too. Like, why partner up with this website if most of this, I'm going to say most of these books and material are harmful and should be avoided.